Morning. We just getting to Animal Kingdom this morning. The park opened at 8. Some of our agents got here a bit earlier and are already in there. But we're just getting here now. So we'll show you Animal Kingdom this morning. There was only, I think, 5 people on our bus this morning, including us. We had dinner last night at Topolino's in Riviera. If you have not seen Riviera yet, it's beautiful. And Topolino's is great. I know some of the agents that have already come have already ridden Flight of Passage this morning, so I don't expect crowds to be very high right now. I think they walked right on. Right through the tent? Thank you. So you go through your temperature screening first. Can't really see. There we go. So Jennifer, you're asking about quick service at the hotel. So we are staying currently at Beach Club. Beach Club does not have the most elaborate quick service options. They have near Stormalong Bay, the pool. They have a good quick service option. Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. You too. They have these everywhere. So, as I was saying, Stormalong Bay has a bunch of quick service options, but Stormalong Bay is closed currently. So that's not an option for you at this time to utilize. Other than that, the Beach Club has almost, it's attached to their gift shop, just a tiny little quick service. It's almost mostly grab and go with a few sandwiches and whatnot. So for that, yes, it's still open and you can still order. But so, you know, other than that, though, that hotel's not the greatest example of, you know, how quick service would be working. Not like Value or Moderate that has, you know, more of a quick service location. But what we're finding around the parks, and I assume it to be pretty similar to that at the resort, is that you just do your mobile order, so that you're not standing around and waiting. So you go onto the app, My Disney Experience, and you order your food mobily, pay for it right on the app, and then you know, you could do it from pretty much anywhere in the parks, and then you just click when you're there and they prepare your order, so it eliminates any sort of standing around waiting for your food and whatnot, or any sort of crowd gathering. I mean, as you could see, very low crowd-wise. Are all the restaurants open inside the park? So, not all of them. Yesterday when we were at Magic Kingdom, I'm trying to think. Tony's Town Square, I believe, was open. Liberty Tree Tavern was open. We went there as well yesterday. quick service locations. Quick service locations, some of those were closed. So Gaston's Tavern was closed. Friar's Nook was closed. Columbia Harbor House was closed. Trying to think. Do you remember any other restaurants? Yeah, I said that. Oh, Tortuga Tavern was closed. That one's rarely open anyway, though. So, but Pico Bill's was open, and you know, most of Pinocchio Village House was open. Most of them are open. Just kind of some of the smaller. They weren't, or what? Casey's wasn't? Oh, Casey's Corner was not open. So, you no longer do the finger scanner when you're entering parks. Morning. So I don't know if anybody else has asked any questions I can answer. I can only see the last two. Good morning, Kim. It is a beautiful morning. It's not too hot out. And I know one of the big questions we keep getting is about the mask. Okay, we could head there. It's only a 5-minute wait right now for Expedition Everest. Flight of Passage says 35 minutes, but what we found yesterday, and I think most likely it's just that they are really not used to gauging with all the social distancing how long the lines are. When we went to Splash Mountain yesterday, it was 45-minute wait, but we were on the ride under 30 minutes. And Big Thunder Mountain said 35, and they were on in 12 minutes. So right now, Flight of Passage says 35. I doubt it's that long. And then Expedition Everest says 5. We could do Flight of Passage. You know it's not going to be 35.
I want to do it. It's just you're going to put lines.
Yeah. We can head to Pandora. Yeah, we'll ride it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, everybody keeps asking about the masks. They're really bearable. They're not that terrible. Obviously, you know, everybody would prefer to not have it on.
Totally fine in the morning.
Yeah. The morning's totally fine. When it gets warmer during the day too, it's really nice to, you know, just go find a place, grab a little bite to eat, sit down, take it off for a little while. But it certainly would not be something that would deter me from taking a vacation or doing stuff. Tons of character experiences yesterday too. Like, even though they're not holding parades, I was really surprised by how many cavalcades they had. It was almost like nonstop. Like every 10 minutes there was another one coming down Main Street. So it did not feel at all lacking in that way. So did they clean rides between each rider? They were not cleaning rides between each rider that I had seen. They have the hand sanitizing stations, and they are seating. They're not seating every row and things like that. So I don't know what they're doing kind of behind the scenes with that. They could have a system where they're seating every other row and then doing it. I don't know. There's the Tree of Life. Oh, it has been crazy. Like, the crowds are so low. It reminds me of like 20 years ago when I used to come to Disney on in January. Oh yeah, I think for sure the cavalcades are going to continue when they increase the capacity, for sure. until they bring back parades, I personally liked it way better than the parades. Wouldn't you agree with that? I did, like, way better than the parades, because what was nice about it is, yeah, you always had a nice view. You never had to, like, fight for a spot for it or arrive there, you know.
It's just more exciting when you don't know what's happening.
Right. It's spontaneous, so it's more exciting. Like, oh, here comes another one. What's it going to be? You know, you weren't, like, fighting for a spot, like I said, or anything of that nature. Yeah, it was just a nicer experience. You weren't, like, you know, having to go and sit an hour before. You know, we would just literally be standing around talking to one another, and the music would start up and somebody else was coming, and then here comes the marching band, and then another one would come. So it was really just it was different. In a lot of ways, I almost would prefer them to keep that. You know, there are some changes that they are doing that would almost, you know, be nice to see stick around. Pizzafari. So somebody was asking about restaurants in the parks. Pizzafari, I heard, is not open. I heard that this is one of their relaxation stations. Let me see. It is. Okay. So around the parks, they have some relaxation stations. And that's a place where you can go in and take off your mask for a little while. It's like if you feel like you just need a break and you want the mask off, or even like you grab a cup of coffee. I mean, you know, whatever you wanted to do. But you could just go in and sit in those areas. It's physical, you know, they have physical distancing going on in here, and you could take your mask off. You'll see that throughout the parks, there are these markers everywhere. You know, just to promote all the physical distancing. So if this is full in here, you know, if that station is full, then there's, you know, a line to get in and it's all distanced. So. Somebody was asking yesterday, well, many people were asking about PhotoPass photographers. They're still here. There's one right there. So yeah, there's a PhotoPass photographer there. Brittany asked if all the relaxation stations are inside. That one there is outside. I believe them to be outside. Oh, you know, somebody had posted a question and it went back up my feed. Unfortunately, I can't. Oh, here we go. Cavalcade, welcome change. Yeah, totally. It was great. There's Tiffin's. Tiffin's is great. Love Tiffin's. I don't know if it's open. I was saying before that Pizzafari, I believe, is not open currently. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I'll find all of this out today, obviously. Tiffin's is a great restaurant, though. It's signature. And the Nomad Lounge. That's one of my favorite spots in the park. They have great cocktails. Nice place to go hang out. Here's their menu. We're getting ready to walk into Pandora. Hey guys! Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
Or a real hug, whatever.
Hey,
how are you? Good to see you.
Good. I know, there's so many of us running around here, right?
And you really can't tell me those things. So.
I'm a dead giveaway with the height. You guys have a great day.
See ya.
All right, see you.
Just saw our friends at Magical Vacation Planner. We're getting ready to walk into Pandora. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that like this is what Pandora looks like right now. Okay, question about the Haunted Mansion stretch room. No, they are using the stretch room just part of the queue. So it's not part of the ride like it typically is. You just queue right through it. So you'll see that a lot of times the lines look extremely long, and it's simply just because of the social distancing of, you know, we're not used to seeing the attractions with people standing, you know, 6 feet apart. We're used to them telling us to please fill in all available space in front of you type of thing. So right now, they'll have these social distance markers way far out away from, you know, the actual attraction itself. Here's another PhotoPass photographer. Morning. Hold on, Maddie. So where the lines will look like they're crazy long, it's not really the case. It's just the way that it is queued up and all the social distancing. I think let's walk around a little bit longer and then we'll hop on later. One thing that I was showing yesterday that's really nice that they're doing, and if you're just by nature germaphobe like me, they've got all the garbage can lids propped open. So you do not need to touch any of the garbage cans, which is nice because I hate doing that anyway under normal times and circumstances. So I'm not going to hop in the line, but I'll take you over there to see it right now. We're going to ride it, but we'll ride it in a little bit. Oh, I don't know that I'll be going on Cali River Rapids today. Well, you can go on Cali River Rapids today. I fly out today. So, Cali River Rapids, you get pretty wet. Yes. We do have ponchos, but you get really wet with Cali River Rapids, and I just have Bell Services holding my luggage, so I will be just heading back to the hotel, picking up my luggage, and heading right over to the, heading right to the airport. So I don't know that I'll want to get wet, but who knows? It might be really hot, and I might change my mind. So they're saying it's a 35-minute wait. Again, highly doubt it's 35 minutes right now. But we'll certainly be back and riding it a few times today. Because what other time are you going to have the opportunity to ride Flight of Passage over and over again with no wait? If it's anything like what we experienced yesterday, waits were half of what was posted. Now, of course, you know, you come to areas that, you know, there's the potential for slight, like, you know, bottlenecking. But there's always the opportunity to be social distance. But obviously, people need to all do their part. Well, I'll walk you over to Africa, and then we're going to catch up with our friends. But yeah, this is Pandora first thing in the morning. Parks are open and this place is empty. One of the things we saw a lot of yesterday in ride queues was they had put up like plastic partitions in areas where you kind of zigzag through it. Right? Exactly. It's the same thing with my experiences with going to Universal. They have so many precautions in place. It feels safer than being at the local grocery store. You know, there's not suggestions or options to follow the protocols here. I mean, they just don't let you. Yesterday we were at the Emporium. Well, overall yesterday I did not see a single adult not wearing a mask. And you didn't even see kids not. But, you know, a little girl walked in and didn't have one on, and she went right over to her, you know, one of the workers standing at the door, because they're checking everywhere, you know. Princess, pull up your mask type thing. I'm not sure about the shows at Animal Kingdom. I'll find out today. I would imagine that, yes, they are open. Somebody asked how they were seating Space Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain. So, Maddie, when you went on Big Thunder, how'd they seat that?
They just put rows in between.
Multiple rows or just one? Like, how'd they do it?
Just one row in between parties.
They did rows in between parties on Big Thunder. I didn't ride that. I went and had coffee at that time. But Space Mountain, so we were 6 people, so we took up an entire ride vehicle on Space anyway, but they definitely have been, you know, not seating. If, you know, parties that are not together, they are not putting together. I mean, it is like a ghost town.
Where are we going?
Huh?
Where are we going?
I'm just gonna walk over to here for now. Then I'll get off of here and we'll find out where they are. So here's Festival of Lion King. There's definitely no shows going on right now. But I do see, let's see, I see a cast member. Let's go ask. Hello. Are you guys still running?
No, we're not running any shows right now.
You're not running. How about Festival, how about Lion King?
This is Lion King.
No, sorry. Nemo.
Nemo, nope, they're not running any
No
shows.
shows. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So no, they're not running Lion King or Nemo right now. Oh, Brenda just texted they're heading out of Pandora. Colleen, they have not. Colleen's asking if they're letting out 50%, letting in 50%. They have not announced what. None of the parks have announced what their capacity actually is. I'll tell you, there is no way that yesterday's capacity was anywhere close to 50%, though. So, all right, I think I'm going to end this here, guys. If nobody else has any questions. We'll share more throughout the day as we go and experience things, but that's what you got it. That's what Animal Kingdom is looking like this morning. So if you have any other questions, you could just pop them on this post and we'll be sure to get to them and answer them for you. No, it's not any cheaper. Pricing is what it always was. Not everything is closed. There's very, very few things that are closed. In my opinion, it's actually been a better experience. I come several times a year, and this has been, I mean, yesterday was incredible. You know, a unique and a better experience than what I get to normally experience, so. But yeah, just a handful of things closed. All right, if you have any questions, continue to ask them on the post and I'll answer them as I get to them. We'll share more throughout the day. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.